If you're looking at buying a home in Cary, if you're looking at Amberley, and you have $700,000 or more, this is probably the best turnkey landing spot in all of Cary. New-ish construction, resort amenities, 15 minutes to your job in RTP, done. If you have $500,000, you have also been told you can buy here, but you cannot. Not a single family home, not today, not at any point in the last year, in any way that matters. But you can still live in Amberley at that number. There are two completely different markets inside this one neighborhood, and almost nobody explains the difference. That's what this video is. I'm Bill Stevenson with Spotlight Realty. I've lived in the Triangle for 32 years, and I've been selling real estate here for about 16. Every number in this video comes off of the MLS, not Zillow, not a blog post. I'll show you exactly why that distinction matters in about 90 seconds. There are three tensions here. One, the price you read online for Amberley versus the price that actually exists. Number two, everything the amenities buy you and what they cost. Number three, the schools, which are excellent, but which come with a catch that surprises almost every family moving here from out of state. So if that's you, listen carefully. Tension number one, the price that doesn't exist. If you go search Amberley right now, every relocation guide you find, every best neighborhoods in Cary listicle, they all say the same thing. Homes in Amberley starting in around the mid 400s. That number is real. It is just not the number you think it is. Here's what the MLS actually says. 82 single-family homes have sold in Amberley since January of 2025. The median sale price of those single-family homes was $822,000. The average was $811,000. Out of those 82 sales, only 17 closed under $600,000. That's about 1 in 5. Only 27 closed under $700,000. That's the history. Here's right now, as I'm recording this, there are 12 single-family homes for sale in Amberley, and 0 are under $600,000. Only three, are under $700,000. So where does this idea that you can buy a home in Amberley for the mid-400s come from? What's the source of that? Very simple. It's the townhomes. 21 townhome closings in the last year and a half or so. Median was 458,000. That is almost exactly the number those articles quote. So they're not really lying to you. They're quoting the townhome market and letting you assume it's the front door to the neighborhood. If you're budgeting off of that, you're going to land in Cary with a number that does not buy the thing that you pictured. And I want to head off the next question because everybody asks it. Fine. I'll find the small one, the fixer-upper, the deal, but there isn't one. The cheapest single-family sale in the last 18 months was $462,000, 1,600 square feet. Now, the median home in Amberley is 3,100 square feet, almost twice that size. So run that math per square foot. That cheap house was about $289 per square foot. The typical Amberley home, about $265 per square foot. So the cheapest house in the neighborhood was way more expensive per square foot, or significantly more expensive per square foot than the normal ones. There's no real discount entry at Amberley. The neighborhood isn't old enough for that yet. You don't really buy a lower price here. You buy less house at the same rate or even worse. And the reason is simple. The price floor isn't market timing you can wait out. It's just what got built here. If that's the kind of information you want before you fly out here and start touring, actual sold numbers instead of an estimate or an entry price, go ahead and click subscribe. I do one of these on a different Triangle neighborhood basically every week. And I do it the same way every time, sort of describing these kinds of nuances. All right, tension number two, what the amenities cost you. Okay, so what does $822,000 actually get you? Amberley is a master planned community in West Cary, sort of the up-and-coming parts of Cary, the parts that are currently being developed. And it delivers on that promise about as completely as any neighborhood in the Triangle. Pools, spectacular pools, fitness centers, trails, a village square with actual restaurants in it, so you're not driving 15 minutes for dinner. So location is the real asset, which is kind of a rule in real estate, right? Location, location, location are the three things that matter. And that's very true here. You're roughly maybe 1.5 miles from RTP, Research Triangle Park, which is sort of a center of employment in the area. About 12 minutes to RDU and 20 to 30 minutes to Durham, Raleigh, or Chapel Hill. For a 2-career household where one person works in RTP and another works at UNC or in Raleigh, there's almost nowhere better positioned in this entire region, in the entire Triangle. There's also a section called Carolina Preserve. That's the Del Webb community, which is a 55-plus community, active adult, inside that same neighborhood, which means grandparents can live a 5-minute walk, depending on how fast you walk, I suppose, from grandkids without living in the same house. I've had clients build an entire relocation strategy around exactly that. And there are not that many neighborhoods around here where that's even possible, much less neighborhoods as nice as Amberley. Now, the other side, you're paying for all of that, whether you use it or not. Now, I'll be honest with you, this is the part where I expect to deliver bad news, and I really can't. The Master Association dues are really not that bad, considering everything that you get. In some cases, just right around $100 per month for the pools, the fitness center, the trails, the common areas, the location. In a neighborhood where the typical house is $822,000, if you're coming from a master plan community in Texas or Florida or Northern Virginia, you're going to read that number twice. I had to read it twice, actually. Two things to watch, though, because it stacks. When you're buying a townhome, you pay the master dues plus your own townhome association dues on top of that. That second one that covers things like exterior maintenance, and it's meaningfully more than $100 a month. So when you're comparing a townhome here, and remember the entry level that you've been told, the entry price is $450,000, that's a townhome. Compare that to a single family home somewhere else or even here, got to run that monthly number out, right? You're not only paying, you are paying less for the home, certainly, but you're also paying more for the amenities, more for the HOA. So run that real monthly number, not just the sticker price. In Carolina Preserve, the Del Webb section, the 55 plus active community, is higher still, much higher. That's not a market for its own sake. You're getting a separate clubhouse, separate programming, an entire second layer of community built for that age group. But budget for that as its own line, not as an afterthought, because it's not an afterthought, it is substantial. The money isn't the objection here. The objection is the other thing. It's a government community. There are rules about what you can do to the outside of your house. Some people find that reassuring. Your neighbor can't paint his place purple or put a toilet in the front yard and call it a planter. But some people find it exhausting. That's what they want to do, is paint their home purple and put a toilet or a bathtub in the front yard and call it a planter. That's the actual cost of Amberley, and it isn't measured in dollars. Then there's a thing you'll notice on your first drive-through. It looks planned, because it is. The houses, let's say, relate to each other. Some people call that cookie cutter. I call it consistency. The streetscape is consistent. If what you want is a 100-year-old oak tree and a house that looks like nobody else's, this is not that neighborhood. And no amount of amenities is going to fix that for you. You'd be looking at somewhere else like Preston or over toward Lockmere and paying differently for the privilege. Amberley is convenience, and the price of convenience is character. That's the trade. And it's completely fair one if you ask me, as long as you make that choice on purpose. All right, quick thing, and then we get to schools, which is maybe part which a lot of you came for. If you're actively working through this, trying to figure out whether Amberley or somewhere else in Cary fits your budget and your commute and your expectations and your desires, that's the exact conversation I have with people every week. There's a link in the description to grab 20 minutes on my calendar. No pressure, no pitch. You tell me your situation. I tell you honestly whether the neighborhood you're looking at works. Sometimes the answer is that it doesn't. And that's a useful thing to find out from 3 states away instead of after you get here. So let's have that conversation. Tension number 3, the schools. Of course, schools are the number one question I get from relocating families. It's not really even close. The good news is pretty straightforward. Amberley feeds into some of the strongest schools in Wake County. Mills Park Elementary, Panther Creek High among them. Panther Creek has a graduation rate of around 99%. West Cary in general, Green Oak, Green Level, Panther Creek, these schools show up on best in state lists year after year after year, with deep AP programs and well-funded arts and athletics. The premium you're paying is in large part this. But here's the catch, and I need you to hear this part, because it catches a lot of people moving here from another state. Wake County might not work exactly the way your current district works. Where you're coming from, you probably buy a house in a school zone and your kid goes to that school. Very simple. Wake County doesn't always work that way. Wake County assigns every address a base school, but if that base school is at capacity, which several of them are, that school gets capped. Capped means new families moving in don't get in. Your child goes to the overflow school instead, which may be several miles away. So in Wake County, you may be moving in specifically to go to a particular school, and then your child doesn't go to that school. That's a problem. On top of that, attendance boundaries get redrawn all the time. Caps get added, caps get lifted, it moves. So the sentence I want stuck in your head is this: never buy a house in Wake County for a school. Buy it for the neighborhood, the commute, maybe the house, and then verify the school assignment directly with the district for that specific address, that specific year, before you write an offer on that house. Don't verify it on a blog. Don't verify it from the listing, not even from me. from the school district. The good news, honestly, is that schools out here are clustered close together and they're broadly very, very strong. So the downside scenario is usually a good school that wasn't your first choice, not a catastrophe. But if you built your entire move around one specific school name, you need to know the ground can shift under that a little bit, or a lot. All right, let's come back to money, because now you've got the full picture and I can give you the actual answer. There are two ways into Amberley and they barely overlap. Door number one is a single family home, median $822,000. Top of the market, about $1,450,000. Realistically, to be shopping seriously today, you want to be at $700,000 or above. At $600,000, you're looking at an empty screen. There are no homes currently right now under $700,000. Door number two is townhomes. 21 closings in the past year and a half, median $458,000, average of $471,000. Pull out the one unusually low sale and the one unusually high one, and the working range is around $419,000 to $550,000. That's a sort of a tight, predictable band, which is actually a nice thing to shop in. Yeah, you know what your money does. Now hold those two numbers right next to each other. $822,000, $458,000. That's a $364,000 gap in the same neighborhood. Same pools, same trails, same village square, same schools, supposedly. Two markets that essentially do not touch. This is the part I actually wanted you to take away. If you're at $500,000, you are not priced out of Amberley. You're priced into townhomes in Amberley. That's not really a consolation price. You get the location, the amenities, and the school assignment, all of it, for $364,000 less than if you're getting a single family home. What you give up, of course, is square footage and a yard. For a young couple or somebody relocating solo, for empty nesters who are done mowing, that's genuinely a very good trade. Or a family of 5 with a dog, it probably isn't. One asterisk on that, and then I'll stop talking about money. Remember the dues stack on the townhome side. Master association plus your own association plus the townhome HOA. Doesn't come close to closing a $364,000 gap though. But when you're comparing your actual monthly payment against a single family somewhere else in Cary, put the real number in the spreadsheet. That's all I'm saying. So who is Amberley for and who is it not for? Let me just say it plainly. Amberley is right for you if you're relocating from out of state and you want to land somewhere that works on day one. You work in RTP or you fly a lot and have to be at the airport a lot. You want amenities that you'll actually use, nice ones. You'd rather have new systems and a warranty than character and a roof question and a scary basement. And you're either at $700,000 plus for a house or comfortable in a townhome in the $450s. Amberley is wrong for you if you want mature trees, a big lot, a house with some history and character. Or if you resent HOAs on principle, you want to be able to walk to a real downtown. That's downtown Cary, not here really. Or you're at $600,000 and set on a single family home, in which case your money goes further in a few other places I can point you to. Neither one of those lists is a criticism of the neighborhood. Amberley is very good at being exactly what Amberley is. The mistake isn't buying here, it's buying here and expecting something else. All right, if this was useful, the Neighborhood Deep Dive playlist has the rest of the triangle, Durham, Chapel Hill, Raleigh, more of Cary, going up every week. Subscribe so you can catch the one on wherever you're actually considering. And if you want to talk through your specific situation, your budget and your commute, your timeline, the calendar link is in the description and on the header of the channel here. 20 minutes, straight answers. You can also find information on my website, spotlightnc.com. I'm Bill Stevenson, 32 years in the triangle, and I'll see you in the next one.